Another day has gone by, another response not gotten. Like, you gonna take care of this problem?
It's always a no!
Hard Rock.
What slogan should we go with? Make America great again? Probably not. You know what the American slogan should be?
It's always a no!
Hard Rock.
This is a good use of our time, isn't it?
It's always a no!
Hard Rock Lunchbox.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Hard Rock Lunchbox. It is Thursday afternoon, roughly between the hours of 12 and 2. Thusly, here we are once again. Checking out the chat, it appears it's just me and G. So is anyone else coming to the show today?
It's always a no!
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's cool. In case you're wondering, I came in early to actually get my always a no button back. And it worked, actually, which is unusual, because normally it's...
It's always a no!
Yeah, man, Jimmy getting it right again. We're going to talk about the show this past Friday night, and what just a fantastic job Craving did, and some of the other performers as well, right? We're going to get to all that?
It's always a no!
Yeah, probably. I wonder if I should just combine those two sounds now and just save myself the trouble. So how's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? All right. It's Thursday. It's officially in the summer. It is officially July 14th. Did I say Thursday? It's Thursday. It's July 14th. And summer's definitely kicking in. I actually spent most of yesterday saying and scheduling appointments. Yesterday and... Wait, today's Thursday. So Tuesday and Wednesday. Saying yes and scheduling appointments for most of July, because July is like my quietest month, if you can believe that. So I was just making some appointments, and that was really good. It felt really good to actually say yes to a bunch of things. Like I have some meetings that I had to schedule for sure, but I've got a hang or two that I've wanted to get to for quite a while. And also I've been asked to be. Jackie Raven, who runs her own show here on New Regal Radio, has been asking me, and I feel horrible because she's great. She's just a great person. She's a great DJ. She's a great host, and I love being on her show. And she's asked me probably no less than 755,000 times to do another interview, and I've just been way too busy. So she asked me yesterday, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, I can totally do this. Let's schedule it right now in July, and we did. So I'm going to be on her show at the end of July, which is great. And it was funny. I was like, how much time do you want to schedule? And she was like, I don't know, like maybe 15 minutes. And I just laughed. I was like, yeah, okay. Jackie and I will do 15 minutes before we even get to the interview. Like, it's not even, it's going to be like, and DJ's on, and then like, oh, no, that's 15 minutes. So, it'll be good times. But I'll let you know when that's going to air on Jackie's show, which is later today, right? It's Thursdays. It's after my show. Not directly. It's I believe it's us. I believe it's the box. Then getting squatchy. And then I think Jackie's show is after that. I should know this, but I'm really just. It's been a morning, man. I've been fighting all morning in corporate America, which is just. It is just so bananas how bad corporate America really is. And I forgot. Well, you know what? I take that back. I didn't even forget. I stepped outside of corporate America for a very long time, so I didn't really have to bother. I kind of just did my own thing. And now I haven't jumped fully back in, but I've got at least a toe up to my knee in for wait, I'm being distracted by the chat. I want to be interviewed. Yeah, no, we'll have you on. Actually, we'll probably interview you after you move. Like, that'll actually make even more sense. And then, because I think we could do like an in-depth, like what it looks like when G moves. Like, we should do like a movie-mentary of that. Like, I'd watch that. I mean, I wouldn't watch all of it. I'd watch the trailer for that. But maybe. I'm going to start interviews back up probably in like August. I actually talked to Arlene over at WTF Promotion, and I owe Tori a message back too. I should do that. I've really been this has probably been the busiest I've ever been in like that I can recall. Like the busiest week for a couple reasons. One, I have too much to do. I have too much complicated stuff to do, and I'm just like I've been saying it for weeks. Like I feel like I'm just kind of slowing down a little bit, and a lot of it's motivational, right? Like if you just don't want to do the stuff you don't want to do, then it's harder to get stuff done. Like you're way more motivated to like go get a cup of coffee than you are for like, hey, I'm gonna go paint the living room. Like I mean I am. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. I can barely speak for myself, but I know that. That's kind of that. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping, shall we? There's a new episode of the Top 20 out. That's from last week, and the descriptor on that is this week. DJ wants you to know the real facts about why we won the War of Independence and the succeeding actions of the thinking class, right? So it's talking about all those stupid posts like, the only reason we're celebrating today is because we were armed. Not true. And stupidly not true. By the way, like I've seen some outlandish shit. I actually commented on something and I just told myself I was going to stop doing that. But like, I just like, yeah, all right. So you might start seeing this. And by the way, just honestly, stay off Facebook. It is such a cesspool of right wing and just stupidity, like nonsense at this point. Like maybe all the liberals just don't like friend me because I don't see as much. But as far as I'm aware, most liberals that I kind of associate with, like just aren't on anymore. Like they just don't go on Facebook, and they're definitely following like my kind of path. Like they can't be bothered, or they just unfriend everybody, and maybe I get caught up in that. I don't know. But the last one I saw was just like the most disingenuous, and I called it out for being disingenuous because it was just ridiculous. Because somebody who I talk to regularly and used to have some respect for, actually posted like a Fox News thing that Fox News is complaining about how these because gas prices are coming down, right? Like it's exactly what everybody said. Like supply would come in, demand would go down, and gas prices fall. It's exactly what everybody predicted was going to happen. So, I mean, it's probably going to spike again a little bit in the summer because it's the heavy travel time, but it'll start coming down. But they're coming down very rapidly, and Fox News is actually complaining about how bad this is for small gas station companies because they have to buy it for like $4. They don't really, but let's say they have to buy it for like $4 a gallon on Monday, and then it drops 50 cents. Now it's only worth $3.50 on Tuesday. Like, yeah, man, that happens, but most people build in stuff like that, and they also have something called forecasting, which if you're making those kinds of mistakes, you really shouldn't be in business. But here's the disingenuous part, and this is the part that actually made me comment, because you know what happens, like on the other side of that, you know what happens with rapidly rising gas prices? Let's see if we can all figure that out for a second. I'll wait. Okay. Now remember, when rapidly decreasing prices, people are saying that like, okay, well, I paid too much for gas on this day, but now it's worth this, so I have to sell it. First of all, you don't have to sell it cheaper. You can just keep it high until you run out if you want. A lot of places do that. But on the other side of it, let's say it was $3.50 on Monday, and now you bought a million gallons at $3.50, but now gas prices are $4. You know what you do? You charge $4 on those rapidly inflating gas prices. It was the most ridiculous post from somebody, again, like, he's kind of like a libertarian, so I'm interested in what he has to say, but, like, when you just say such stupid stuff, and half the information, like, and try and, like, persuade us, like, this is exactly what the Republican noise machine does. It's why it's called the Republican noise machine. Like, they just scream these half facts and half truths. It's like literally like that whole thing in My Cousin Vinny is like, well, your case is this thin, but they'll show it to you like this, but if they show it to you in the right way, like you'll see just how thin it is, and I can't do it. Right? Good. I'll probably sit on a playing card. Well, anyway, I suck and my metaphors suck too. So, but it was just so ridiculous, and I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, what? Like, you know better than this. Like, this is not even like me being smart. This is me being like, dirt. Like, what do you think happened on the other side of the mountain, dummy? But no one wants to listen to me. Also on last week's show, the DMV of Dante's Inferno, Tony spending a lot of time bending down, how to get your dog in the car, road trip, great roundup trip to Wyoming, Team Fiona. Also, this week, the full interview with Tyler from Mystery Schools on Bacon Is My Podcast, as opposed to on my show, because I'm not doing interviews right now. The Forever Came Calling Band, which I've never heard of, and The Gun Show. Those are the 7 questions from So What Fest, so check that. Yeah, they're still milking that So What Fest. Like, Bacon Is My Podcast, like, they are the Costco of interviews from the So What Fest. That's what I'm doing. Did you guys have a good time down there?
It's always a no.
I don't think that's true. I think you probably had a good time. Did you guys get enough interviews?
It's always a no.
Yeah, that could be. so tired. Where is everyone today? I feel like the chat is very empty. I mean, G's here, and I'm here. But other than that, the chat seems empty. 99 WNRR, I guess everyone's on summer vacation. I actually sent an email to a company, my earbuds, my earplugs, sorry, not buds, my earplugs that I wear on stage now, the Minuendos, which I love, by the way. They're a Norwegian company, and I've been having problems with, like, the magnetic strip came off of one of them, and the replacement just broke. It broke Saturday at the Queens Rock Fest, which was a hell of a lot of fun, and thank you, everybody that came out to that. That was cool. I definitely appreciate you. Wow. Excuse me for being gross. Oh, yeah, so they broke again. So I sent the CEO an email because I actually have his contact email. Like, that's the kind of company they are. And it was great because he's like, oh, yeah, you know, he's like, it's definitely covered. You know, if you want to, you know, if you just want your money back, I can facilitate that too. But in his signature, it's like, it's so awesome. Like, Europe is so much better than us, like, by a lot. So in his signature, it's like, July is vacation season in Norway, and for me also. So I'll be slow getting back on emails. And I'm like, that's cool. Like, I like that Europe takes, like, July and August. Like, I guess, like, Scandinavia takes off July and, like, France takes off August. Because I've never been to France. I've never been to Europe. But you know, like, it's, you know, famously, like, people just scatter in the summer, right? Because they just take, like, 9 weeks of vacation because they're European and they value, like, fun and leisure as opposed to hard work, like, or not hard work, but just work like we do. You know, wouldn't you rather work than, like, just go on vacation?
It's always a no.
Yeah, me neither. Well, now that people are showing up in the chat, it's time to end the show. All right, well, thank you, everybody. I guess we'll do this again next week. Kidding. Sorry, I was working. What kind of shit is that? We're talking about vacations, damn it. Can't come in here with working nom de plumes. Right?
It's always a no.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to keep that on here. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. At least I have the bed this time. That's how cool I am. So what was I gonna talk about? Oh, yeah. But it's so funny. So, like, I got that response back, actually, from that dude. But the American company, the American distributor, has yet to actually respond. Like, the CEO of this small company in Norway has responded to my information. And I didn't even request anything from him. I was just letting him know, and I sent him a picture like, hey, man, this thing just fell apart, like, in my ear. So, and then Soundbrenner has just decided to basically just not even bother answering my request. So now I'm at the stage, because I sent it to him Sunday, which I understand doesn't really count. So I waited till Wednesday, like 48 hours. That's fine. Hey, I didn't get a response. So now I'm just doing it every day. Like, hey, another day has gone by, another response not gotten. Like, you gonna take care of this problem?
It's always a no.
Right, that's the Soundbrenner model. It's the American way, right? It's like, seriously, like, what slogan should we go with? Make America great again? Probably not. You know what the American slogan should be?
It's always a no.
Yeah, man, and I think I got it. I think I know a guy. We can get a deal on the rights for that. But, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Probably something important. I've been fighting with corporate America all morning. Covered that. It's not that I'm unprepared. I'm just, you know, not totally prepared. And that's okay. Something. This is a good use of our time, isn't it?
It's always a no.
I'm gonna get it done. All right, so yeah, so it was funny. I was saying that we had back-to-back shows this past weekend, and then we were going to take a little bit of a break. And it was so funny because I guess it was like Tuesday morning I got offered another show, and I'm like, really should take this show. And I'm like, no, you said you weren't going to take this show. Don't take this show. You know what your motto should be?
It's always a no.
Shouldn't always be a no, but it's sometimes a no.
Sometimes.
Yeah, everybody. I'm gonna have to, Jimmy, get on that. You got a sometimes a no coming up. Like, what are we doing? Does it sound good unplugged? Like, I need sometimes a no.
It's always a no.
All right, work on that in my free time. So we turned it down. It was a dumb deal for us, or it didn't make sense for us to do it. Like, it wasn't fun, wasn't going to make us any money, and it wasn't going to make us any fans. So 1, 2, 3, that's equal.
It's always a no.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, hit the wrong button. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to take a minute to talk about the show. They were fun. Like, the Queen's Rock Fest was actually a lot of fun, and it wasn't better than I thought initially. It was worse than I initially expected, mainly because Arn and Reality Suite dropped out, which sucks for us for a couple of reasons. But it was better than I was expecting after they dropped out. And I will say that I was impressed with our ability to pull in a, like, virgin wild audience and hold them. Like, that was awesome. That reminds me of, like, the old days, like when we used to do, like, Great Adventure and, like, you know, corn mazes and stuff like that. And we would just bring people in because it was, like, fun to watch and listen and stuff like that. And I forget a lot of times, like, what Revel 9 really is good at. Like, and it's not, like, we're no party band. We've never been a party band. I'm super, super grateful to have songs like San Jose and Another Mistake and even like Steven Seagal where people like to move to them. Like, those are good. Like, I think in the newer batch, Side Out might actually be kind of in that same vein, but Side Out's not fun, man. Side Out, like, the whole thing behind Side Out, because the whole lyrically, the whole story behind it is really just, it's because it's a volleyball term if you want to look it up, but it's about not winning or losing. It's about maintaining control and kind of just stopping losing, right? So it's about it's not necessarily power. It's really like the ability to have enough control to stop what's happening, and that's why like that song is never going to be like super fun. Like, if you're singing that song and you're having a good time, like, God bless you, because that is not that's like if you're just like getting ready for a party and you're singing Keep You Near and just like laughing and smiling, like, you are not getting the message, and that's fine. If you want to be completely blissfully oblivious to like what the songs are about, like, God bless you, everybody bless you, like, you know, Allah, like, everybody, like, that is a great gift if you can get that. If you're like, you know, brushing your teeth, you're like, yeah, don't hang on, yeah, ooh, I'm going out tonight. Like, all right. Like, whatever it takes. But San Jose I always thought was a little bit more fun, even though it's a terrible song as well. Same with Another Mistake, but you didn't hear that from me, right? Can you write any happy songs, DJ?
It's always a no.
Yeah. Exactly. But, yeah, so, I mean, the thing that Revel 9 really has always been good at is that we are definitely a sit and listen. Like, I guess we would be like album rock, right? Like, if it were the 70s, like, we're going to get high and listen to Revel 9. Like, that would track. Like, that I'm going to head into my friend's older brother's basement. We're going to drop some acid and we're going to listen to Do No Harm. Yeah, I could totally see that. It is not, like... We are not the band where, like, 7 girls put their shoes in a circle and they dance around it. Like, that's not our band. And it's funny, when we were doing the Diaries live and we had Sam Pollitt open for us, it was like I didn't even realize it till she was on stage singing. I was like, oh, yeah, it's like 2 bands trying to out-depress each other. It's like, all right, yeah. I don't know why everybody leaves so sad. I mean, I feel like people would leave a Sam Pollitt Revel 9 show and be like, whew, at least I'm not those guys. Like, way better. But it was fun. And it was so great on Friday night. It was a really nice show. It was a really nice show to be a part of. There was definitely some failures on the Revel 9 part. And it's just, you know, they're kind of internal things that I'm going to have to address and deal with. And, you know, it didn't go completely to our liking and stuff like that, but that's what happens, and maybe we'll talk about some of that during the show. But, like, for the most part, it was really nice to be back in those kind of, like, sandbox scene shows and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I know we didn't just, but we had the one at Village Pub. It was very similar in nature, probably even more so in the sense that it was like, just us and all that other stuff. But like, how many times can I say Probably a lot. But it was good. Like G, I gotta hand it to G. I think she did a fantastic job. It's very hard to open a show anyway, but she did a fantastic job. But she also did like a really good job, like for her. And that's not a slam. It's a mark of kind of improvement over your training. Like I wouldn't say as a Padawan, she's probably not ready for the trials. But I mean, like she's getting there. She wrote material, and like I actually was talking to Noodle about it because Noodle was like, I told her like she should have something like that, it's kind of like a rager, like get people moving, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really what she writes about, like, and that's not how that stuff comes across, and that never plays super well acoustically anyway. But like, okay, I mean, I suppose that's really good advice coming from a drummer of a mediocre rock band that never wrote a song in his life. I mean, maybe that's good, but I would just argue to kind of keep sticking with what works for you, and if you happen to have something that you can kind of turn into something, then do that. But I thought it was really well done. Like I said, it's very difficult to open a show anyway, but it was fun and nice to see like so many people there, specifically the supporter. I know that Joey from Neon Skyline just like looked me dead in the face. He's like, I want you to know, like, I'm here to support G. which I thought was fantastic. It's like, yeah, man, of course. But yeah, you're still going to be here when we play, and of course you're going to be here when Craving plays. But Joey's just so... I don't even know what the word is, because any other word I'm thinking of is like mean, and it's not mean at all. Like, he is just like... Because I want to use like obnoxious, but like he's obnoxiously funny. Like, is phonoxious? Phonoxy? Like, is that kind of way? It was just so adamant. It's like, I'm only here to support G. It's like, of course you are. Like, I should have been like, yeah, I'm only here for the same reason. But just, that kind of support is super nice. And it's actually something that you just don't see all that often. So it's really nice when you do see it. So I thought that was great. And also... to be perfectly honest, I think that might have been one of the best Craving Strange performances I have seen. I was going to put a time on it, and I think I said something to Jimmy and Frank about it. And I remember thinking, like a timeline, like in years and months or whatever, and I just figured, I thought the sentence just ended there. I think it was one of the best Craving Strange performances I had seen, and end of sentence. Like, it was really good. Jimmy has an amazing ability to command a room sometimes, and I mean most times, but like this particular time it was like, oh yes sir, like yes sir, may I have another. It was just great to see, and just like walking the audience through the show. Like, I love when you see that. It was very reminiscent of, when I've seen like Bono has done stuff like that, and I don't mean to imply that Jimmy's any more Irish than the rest of us, and it's certainly, he's a little more down to earth than that dude, but it felt like a very Sunday Bloody Sunday kind of moment when they were doing Say It All, which is the perfect song for that sort of moment, by the way, and I think they just fucking nailed it, because A, they're a pro-level band, B, they wanted to just do a good show. Clearly, it seemed like they were all firing on all four cylinders, which... As I've said for 20 years, for a band to actually put something that moves the needle forward, like, there are so many bands out there. Like, there just are. Like, that room was filled with bands, by the way. Like, just filled, and some good ones. Some quite good bands in there. And to move the needle forward, like, if you want to stand apart from the crowd, like, your band has to be firing on all the cylinders it has. And it just... Sometimes it's just great. The sound was good. The stage was good. The band was tight. And like I said, like, Jimmy just led us through like a fucking cruise director on the Love Boat. Yeah, like Julie G. I did have words with Jimmy's mom outside, because she keeps telling me how Craving's her favorite band, and I keep calling claims of bias, which I think I am completely justified in. I'm not saying I have a better band than Jimmy. I'm just saying, like, if we can't even discuss it because we're related and we're not related, like, that just seems a little disingenuous. But whatever. I think it was Willie's birthday either yesterday or today, so wherever you are, Willie, happy birthday to you. It is always very wonderful to see you. And truly one of the greatest things about you is just how much you love your kid. And, like, god damn it, that's awesome to see. So thank you for that. Yeah, everybody loves Jimmy's mom. like, it's not. I don't know anybody that's ever been like, ugh, fucking Willie. Like, I've never met a single soul like, Jimmy's mom again. Like, nobody. Now my mom. That's my kid mom that I haven't spoken to in 15 years. Craving's probably my mom's favorite band too. I gotta stop talking. I got some music for y'all. Y'all! Because I've been fighting with people down south, so it's y'all. Y'all. All y'all. Plural of y'all. Like it's you, y'all, and all y'all. Like, hey, all y'all. Like, let's start a riot. That's as good of a segue as y'all's gonna get.